Welcome to the regular city council meeting, Tuesday, September 2nd. Calling the meeting to the order. Would you join me for Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Misty.
Clements.
Here.
Dewater.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Weir.
Yes.
Smock.
Before I ask for approval of the agenda, there's just a couple notes. The liquor license and item B in the consent agenda, it is still pending Dram Shop. We'll definitely check into that tomorrow. We'll approve it pending Dram Shop. And item 19, it is a 2012 Chevrolet Tahoe. How I put the 2013 on there again is beyond me, but so I will ask for approval of the September 2nd, 2025 agenda as amended.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I would like to call Chief Dean up here to give a police department updates.
So this, I don't know if update's the right word, but a week or two ago, we were having our regular Monday morning meetings. And during our meetings, I just took an opportunity to tell the mayor and other folks that were present about some of the current events that were going on at the police department regarding some crimes that we had been dealing with. We had some burglaries, and we were able to make some arrests in those burglaries. And I was very proud of that, and very proud of my team who just really works hard and just does a great job on a daily basis. And watching them come together like a fine oiled machine and do their part to make all this come together and happen and get our arrest. And I was just really proud of them, and I wanted to take an opportunity to publicly state that they really should be proud of themselves.
Yes,
I'll second that.
yes.
So I just
And we
wanted
really
to
appreciate it.
publicly,
Yeah,
They
yes,
do a great job. They work very hard.
yeah.
right.
And we appreciate that, Chief Dean. 6 is a hearing, Keone, and I hope I don't screw up your last name, Kobe Lansky. If you want to come up to the podium, he has requested a hearing for a tree removal that we had on our previous agenda at 742 Homeacres.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What do I say?
just whatever. You have a hearing in front of the council.
So I have a tree that's down, and that tree is half of a tree that's leaning. And they said that the tree that's down is supporting the tree that's leaning. I've been trying to save, but I haven't been able to save enough to remove that tree. And I'm looking for help if there's anything that the city can do to help with removal of that leaning tree. It is, yes. It is leaning onto my neighbor's garage, onto her garage, and I really want to try to do it before it falls. But I only have one income coming into my home. I'm a widow, and so any help I can get, I really would appreciate it.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you coming here tonight and letting the council hear your situation. No, you're fine. We had a discussion with our attorney about it, and when someone does have a hearing, we have to publicly make that decision again. So the next item on the agenda, item 7, is to consider the request for 742 Homeacres tree abatement. The abatement had been formally approved. You know, we're gonna, as you see further down the agenda, we're gonna try to put some, something together in use of the low to moderate income funds that we currently have available. But that's gonna be, it's gonna be a time thing. Because it takes, even to apply, you know, they have to go over and verify, you know, their income and everything, so. I don't know if you want to look further into this, for these next two agenda items, you know, to see how the funding part of it would work, if we decide to go with Intercog, you know, to do that process with.
Would these abatements have to be delayed then for 6 months or however long it takes to?
Well, I mean, I don't believe it would be that long. I don't believe it would be that long. You know, the other option is, you know, if the tree's not removed within 14 days, I know that code enforcement has worked with them in the past, if they could, you know, but then the city would come in, or the city would hire it done, and then, you know, we would assess it to their taxes, where they would have a time period to pay for it. So, and that could be up to 10 years.
And so what I'm seeing in the picture is, you know, the part that's down on the ground, obviously that's not hurting anything. It's just an eyesore and needs to be dealt with. It's hard to see in the picture the tree that's still, or the part of the tree that's still standing up. Is it overhanging a garage? Okay. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm no arborist, but that tree's not gonna hold, obviously. So it needs to be done with time as an essence.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
Well, I haven't been keeping score, but, because we've been going back and forth on a few of these.
Yes,
So this was requested, and somebody has requested that we not do it, right? Was it this one?
yeah, actually, the second one too. These are two that we'd have to approve.
Yeah, they're both on homemakers.
We have to approve one way or another in a motion. You know, 7 is council to consider his request, 742 home acres for the tree abatement. That'll be the first one that we need to, you know, move forward. We'd already approved it at our last meeting, to abate the nuisance.
Going forward, I'd like to come up with a timeline for, you know, these homeowners to come in and, you know, dispute this. Certainly not after we've decided.
Actually, our code reads they have 7 days after a decision to request a hearing.
But my question is, wouldn't it be more efficient if they came in at the time that we're considering it?
Yeah, but they can still request a hearing.
Do they know, are they aware that we're considering it on a certain date? Do they know it's on our agenda for a certain
Well,
date?
they have access to our agenda,
Okay.
either at City Hall, they have access on our website, they have access to our agenda. And yes, they have received an abatement notice. That's correct, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Steve posts one and then I certify mail one, so.
Yeah.
Keone's tree is over my property,
Okay.
which I'm just wondering if I could, since the money is going to be available, if I could help with that tree, if he could still be reimbursed part of that. I just want
No.
to before, it can't be done
Yeah.
after the tree.
No,
is
there's a
down.
whole application process he'd have to go through.
Right.
Verification
I
of
know that he's
income and-
eligible for that, but I'd like to get it done before it falls on my garage. And he's a wonderful neighbor, we all work together, it's a good neighborhood. But, yeah, I'd be willing to help with that. If he could fill out that application then later, and if he was reimbursed, then, and have him reimburse me, would that be anywhere in possibility?
And I can't say this for 100%, but generally speaking, it would probably be a tree company that the city would
Right.
reimburse.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if I personally would hire someone to do it, if I could get, I don't know what percentage, I mean, how much the city is thinking about paying, or do you know?
We haven't gotten that far. No, it's
Okay.
not been approved.
But you know,
Okay.
I just want to say, it's nice of you to offer, but any of the programs I've worked with, there's no reimbursement for work that's already done.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
once
why
you've
I'm
paid the
asking
bill
ahead
already,
of
they're just
time.
like, well, thanks.
Instead, just follow my garage and then I get stuck with all of it, so.
I mean, I could be wrong about that on this particular program, but
That's why,
It is
Has
very
anybody,
similar to the
have
ones
any
you've been
tree companies
involved
come
in.
over and bid the job yet for
Yeah.
either of you?
yeah.
So you've got
and he's got,
price
like,
quotes and everything?
For him, yeah, I think it's between $4,500 and $6,500. Because it's literally hanging over my fence, my garage. There's a lot, they're gonna have to have a lift.
Cranes.
we haven't even developed a program.
No, we haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still,
well, that's why I'm just, we all wanna work together if
Yeah.
we can, but if that doesn't happen,
so as it is right now, how long does he have?
Well,
Or
I think
could that
that's
be
been
put
sent
off?
out,
Yeah.
probably a week.
Yeah. No, it's very good of you to offer.
Because it was sent out, I would believe,
Red
after
tape.
the last meeting, so
well,
the 14
like I
days.
said, it's just a really
I'd
good
have to
neighborhood.
look at the date.
He's a very good neighbor. Could it be extended then, on the basis that, actually, I'm the only one that's going to be heard on there. I'm the neighbor, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying hurry up and do it. I'm saying, then if we can't do it this way, can we extend his time?
That'd
I'm
be
the one
something that the
impressed.
code enforcement would have to get involved in,
Okay,
so.
well, he's welcome to come and talk to me as well as Keon. I mean, I know it's Keone's thing, but if Steve needs to talk to me too, that's fine. I'll let him know that I'm willing to do whatever is
I
needed
guess
too.
my
I just
hope
don't
is
want him
that
stuck with that much
in the
money.
interim, we'll have more answers.
Yeah.
And be able to come up with some kind of plan, cause I mean, yeah, that's a hardship, I mean, $5,000, $6,000.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. And
I get
it's-
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's not that we don't wanna work with it, we
Okay.
gotta figure out how.
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
The other thing is, you said, you know, we all have access to the agenda and everything. I don't know where to find that.
Well, it's in the foyer of City Hall,
Okay,
okay, and it's also online. It's posted online every week that we have a council meeting.
of any of this,
Yeah,
just what goes on.
yeah, it's under agendas.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, could I make a comment for her? I know the problem with leaving that tree up, and the neighbors knowing that that tree is in bad shape and could fall on the roof, her insurance is gonna have to take care of that, because otherwise it would be the other people. That would be the first thing, and if she left it up there for a while, she would be liable for that roof on that garage or whatever it did to the garage. The second thing is there's so many different prices on trees removal. I had 4 estimates on mine, and I got it done $1,000 cheaper with this, and they were bonded, they were licensed, the first thing I asked them. I can give her that information if she wants to check on it, you never know, she might get it done for a lot less than what they're telling her. I can do that after the meeting,
Okay,
okay?
appreciate that, John. So 7 is council to consider request, 742 home acres for the tree abatement. If you so choose to approve the abatement moving forward, I'll need a motion, or if you choose to table, I'll need a motion.
Because even though we have talked about a program, we're not anywhere near close to having something in place, I would move that we allow the abatement process to continue for 742 home acres.
Okay,
I mean, I don't disagree with your logic there. So we said he had a week, and then I guess that does make sense, that we would need to continue.
I mean, if we were even a month away from having something in place so people could apply, that'd be one thing. But now that the city has become aware of it, we accept a certain amount of liability if someone were to even be walking in the area and something happen. It
Yeah,
isn't
no.
just a matter of waiting for it to fall in one
A
spot.
known
I think.
issue with insurance companies is a big no-no too. So, yeah, I guess I would have to second that motion to continue on.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 8, council to consider request 805 Home Acres Avenue. This is the one, at our last meeting, we did receive a hearing for the tree abatement. Again, council to move forward, to motion to move forward, or council to table. You had your hearing at our last meeting. So we're moving on to decide if council wants to move forward with the abatement. Council, I mean, she had her hearing at our last meeting, which was 2 weeks ago.
I mean, something's changed with the structure of the tree, or,
No, where the complaints came from, she has retracted that and said that the tree is not a nuisance anymore. And I have 25 signatures from all the neighborhoods that say that it's not a nuisance or a safety hazard to anyone in our neighborhood.
That would have to be given to the city clerk. You need to come into the office and give that information to her.
Is that gonna, but after you
And
make the
I-
decision, or do you make a
well,
decision?
Have we heard from her?
as
other
respectfully
than
as
this
I can
meeting?
say, the opinions of
It's-
25 people
no.
saying that it's not a safety concern, I mean, I, again, no arborist, but I can look at that tree and tell you that somebody's gonna get hit in the head with a branch someday.
Somebody would have to be there for that to happen, and it's at 4 quarters of property that nobody goes back there, and the last 4 storms, nothing has fallen at all.
Do you have something to add?
Can I add something to this?
Sure.
I was the one that retracted that with the tree simply because she came over and cleaned up the mess it made. You had the pictures of it. And she did come over, apologized, and removed everything from it in my yard, so I'm able to mow back there and everything. She's worried about the animals that are living in that tree. And I am too somewhat. I mean, they do have other trees to go to, but the only thing I'm really worried about is if that tree were to fall and it falls my way, it will crush my house and me in it. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about, but other than that, I'm not. Like I
And-
said, she has agreed to clean everything up and stuff, whatever the tree drops, and I was fine with that.
Okay.
And she's done a wonderful job doing that.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate you speaking up. I wish you would have let us know this in advance. However,
But this should
since,
take a couple days.
okay, well, however, like Adam just said, it's unfortunate, but the tree is dead.
Yeah.
The tree it's not even in the state of dying. It's not even in the state of diseased.
Yeah.
It's been dead for a long time. So, like Sandy stated earlier, we have an obligation as a city, otherwise we wouldn't even have a code reflecting this. But it is a dead and dangerous tree.
Yes. Somewhat is, yes.
For the reasons stated, that I stated for item 7, I use the same reasoning for item 8, and I move that we move ahead in the abatement process for 805 Home Acres.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 9 is public comment. If you choose to address myself or the council, please come up to the podium.
Here we go.
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
I just had a couple questions I wanted to ask for observation and accountability. I think we need a little bit more than that in this town. We have a lot of great things going on. I'm going to start because I know my 3 minutes get started. I did ask the mayor, and I did nod to the street superintendent to give me an update on the asphalt machine, when it's going to be out and workable. I never heard a thing. I don't like that. Number 2, on the bills, if you look through things, I think we need to pay attention to what we're spending and what we're doing. And I'm going to bring 2 things up and let it go with that. Tires for police cars. I know they need tires, and I know they're high speed, and I know they're special tires. I've heard every story about tires I could hear. We buy a tremendous amount of tires when you look at these squad cars on an annual basis. And now we got 6, 8 tires again we're buying. I live on Evans Road. I watch the cop cars. I don't think they're really going in ditches and cul-de-sacs and gravel roads. I don't know if we're buying the wrong kind of tire or whatever, but I think somebody should look at that, because at $400, $500, $600, $700 for tires, probably about every other meeting if I want to go back and look this year's agendas, but I'm not going to. And then also I looked, the other thing that highlighted to me on the bills tonight was spending $4,200 for the zero-turn machine mower. I also know I'm going to get told they do a lot of mowing, they have a lot of work, but that looks to me like that's kind of a total job. $4,200 a deck and all sorts of stuff. I've watched these kids mow. I'm not saying they do a bad job, but I've seen a lot of horseplay out when they're mowing and things that they do. So I'm just asking Chris or the mayor or the council, pay a little bit of attention. These bills are paid by taxpayers. So accountability is something that has to come into play here a little bit. And I hope that going in the future, we look at that a little bit, because it's our money. It's everybody's money. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
No problem, thank you.
I've heard through the grapevine that we gotta stay on that property out there. You can't take stuff away anymore on Gilbertville Road. Is that true?
That is not correct.
Not correct. Okay, then I heard wrong. Good deal.
Yes.
That's all I have to say. Good enough.
Thank you, John. Anyone else? Moving on to 10, approval of the consent agenda. I'll take a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 11, approval of the resolution calendar. Take a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clements,
Yes.
Dewater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weird.
Yes.
12 is council to consider options for body car cameras. I'd like Ben to come up and just talk to you. He has had the opportunity to meet with you. He's was really working with Axon, the one that I think all of us were kind of leaning towards too, because of the license plate readers and the options that they have.
Correct.
But he did get a new estimate and the willingness from Axon to work with us.
Yes. So we did get a new quote from Axon. He went back and spoke with his management team, and it came back with the cars and the body cameras to 108 total. That's with the LPR system,
And we were at,
118.
okay, so we took 10 grand off.
So the difference between that 156 or 150 something and the 118 is when they stripped back all of the stuff from the body cams, because they took all that AI assistant off, that geo-tracking stuff, and we got rid of all that stuff on it.
As well as the language translator.
Yeah, that's an AI assistant.
Okay.
Yep,
But at 108, we can still have the LPR
correct.
running.
Yep, that's for the full LPR system that they have. At this time, after speaking with Chief Dean and the rest of our team that are gonna be using this. It's our opinion to move forward with Axon. We appreciate all three of the vendors, working with us for the quotes and stuff, but that's where we're at right now. Any questions for me?
I would just like to add, after meeting with you the other day, I'm so much clearer that the Axon really is the product.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to spend the money on the other ones that are just kiddie toys compared to the Axon. I mean, not really, but
Yeah.
in essence.
Well, we feel that the Axon LPR system is more robust than the Scepter one. And I'm not talking down on their company at all. They were great to work with. We're in kind of an Axon area also, as far as other agencies that have Axon, which is pretty much all of them except for one department that we're aware of. So that will help with the files that transfer over to the county attorney, to defense attorneys and so forth, to the courthouse and whatnot. So just as for ease, they'll know how to use that system already also, so.
The one thing that I hadn't been able to ask yet, we've got a certain amount in our budget for, like, set aside for this. But then it's essentially an ongoing expense.
Yes.
A cost of operation.
Right.
Have we penciled that out at all yet to see if it works, or?
Yes, actually, we had set aside 30,000. That was going to be our down payment, and then the remaining we could pay over 5 years. And do you want to explain after the 5 years, then our next steps?
Yeah, so after 5 years, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and, I mean, there's always the option of ditching Axon and going somewhere else. I don't feel that that's gonna be, requested by anybody at our police department.
Well, it seems like it'd be stupid to do that.
Yeah, and, and there's another option is just updating equipment if they have, new, if another option would be if our equipment is still running, essentially what we were doing with WatchGuard was just purchasing like a warranty. So they would keep servicing our equipment while it was in service. So as long as our equipment isn't broken or there's other things, but if it is, they're gonna fix it before the 5 years is up, cause it's under warranty for that 5 years. So, and after 5 years, probably a good time to start looking at, updating our tasers. And a lot of time, and I don't know where they're gonna be at in 5 years, but they a lot of times offer a bundle package. You'll see on here like the total savings. A lot of times that comes from a bundle package. So if you bundle tasers and say we just need car cameras or just body cameras at that time, they can work on a bundle package for all that. At least now they can. I'm not gonna speak for them in 5 years, but, we're not asking for any tasers right now. But in 5 years, that's probably a good time because our X2s, at some point, they're gonna be unsupported from Taser also, or Axon, excuse me. So, where they won't service them anymore. They haven't even talked, none of that talk has been out yet, so, I know with the X26s, they gave, departments years in notice, saying, hey, by this date, they're gonna be completely unsupported. So either keep them and be unsupported or update your taser, so they give ample notice.
And Axon was the one that halfway through, you get refreshers of body cams. And then I think it was after
all
3 years,
three
you get
of the
new car
companies do
cams.
that with the body cams.
Okay.
The car cams, they don't because, well, I think actually Axon, the car cameras, they do
Yeah, I thought
have
it
that
was
tap
after 3
program.
years or something like that.
But all the companies do that, just because the body cams, they do take a beating. I mean, they're with us when we're, engaged in our activities and dealing with people, so, yeah. I think at Axon, I'd have to go back, I think it's after year 3, they re-up our
I believe so.
equipment, so.
Yeah, the fact that, which one was it, the Spectre, that one, yeah, it's got the LPR, but they don't play with the NCIC, that just doesn't make any sense. Cause you're paying for the technology, but you can't use it, unless you wanna pay somebody to populate the list, like you guys said.
Hire another
seems
full-time person to do
absolutely
data
ridiculous
entry.
to me that
Yeah,
They'd have that technology, but I get it, they gotta jump through hoops to get certified with NCIC and whatnot, but it's just kinda goofy.
Is Axon the company that offered a local agency a 10-year contract as opposed to 5?
Yeah, so the 10-year contract, what this is considered just with cameras, I asked them about that, and I think I asked them about that after we had spoken. The 10-year contract's only offered to what they call a more advanced bundle. This is considered just a basic bundle. So those are for the departments that are asking for cameras, tasers, whether it be their drone package or whatever, where there's a lot more money in that pool, in that quote, and then they offer to move that out 10 years, just to kind of help departments budget for that. So it's not over 5 years, because that would a lot of times be double, probably what we're looking at, so.
Kinda wondered.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I'd have to reiterate what you were saying, like it seemed like it really only one choice, one clear choice, Axon.
So, yep, and it's more than just the LPRs too. We just, we've been doing business with Axon, with Taser since I've been around in '05, when we got our first tasers, and they're always very responsive, and I'm not saying the other companies aren't. I just know from experience with Axon that they're a solid company to work for or work with, so.
Excellent, thank you, Ben.
Yep.
Thanks, Sarge.
I would consider a motion to move forward for the body and car cams with Axon.
I would make that motion.
Second.
I'm going to take a roll call on this one.
Clements,
Yes.
DeWater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
Okay. Moving forward. Number 13, Resolution 6995, authorizing Intercog to assist with a tax increment financing set-aside plan in an amount not to exceed $5,000. When I initially had started talking to Isaiah about it, he said, some cities it's 2,000, some cities it's 3,000, so we're just doing a not to exceed. And then again, that would be paid by the TIF. That can be paid by the TIF, which is, we've been setting aside for the last couple of years to move forward with. They actually do, because it's kind of a state thing and all the rules and all that, and they would know all that information because they've put these plans together for several other cities. And matter of fact, in the comment, they left Misty, because she put it out on ClerkNet, is you should work with Intercog, and that was Independence, and they're a lot bigger than us and have a lot more tax revenue. So I would take a motion to approve, at least them getting a plan set aside for us, or set aside plan for us, I should say. And it is going to be in an amount not to exceed 5,000, which would be paid out of the set aside funds for the TIF.
So the 5,000 is the total pool?
5,000 would be the total amount for them to do this plan for us. Because we have to have a plan in place before we can distribute the funds.
I move passage of resolution 6995.
Second it.
Roll call, please.
Clements,
Yes.
DeWater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
14, Resolution 6996, authorizing Intercog to assist with the income verification process for the tax increment financing set-aside plan in an amount of $450 per household and application. We could, because we've already talked about this, we could do it in-house utilizing our hardship and grievance committee. However, they go above and beyond. Like for us, we check their social security, we check their things that are available to us, if they get food stamps, or if there's another
Section 8.
Section 8, and then that hardship and grievance could go through that. However, that being said, if Intercog does it, for one, there would be no chance of picking favorites, because that could happen, I guess. I don't ever want to be, our city to be accused of that. But for two, they do tax information, they do banking information, they do a thorough check of these people's, that would apply for this, of their resources. More than what we have available to us.
Yeah, and it makes the whole process more objective, really. Taking it out of City Hall and.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they can do it much faster than we can.
Oh, I don't think so. This is a crack crew here. This-
No, we're talking about the hardship and grievance committee.
Yes, some of us are cracked, all right.
Cracked pots, I say.
But, some of these applications are gonna be on an emergency basis. They need an answer right away.
And it's still going to be a process. It's not going
Exactly.
to happen that quick.
I'd move passage of resolution 6996.
I will second that.
Roll call, Misty.
Clements,
Yes,
DeWater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
15, Resolution 6997, approving an agreement between the city and Evansdale Days Event Committee. That was, it was basically a release waiver and indemnification agreement, stating, because our insurance company wanted that the city wasn't being held responsible for the people that were signed up for the parade. It was a little bit more than I imagined. They wanted a certificate of insurance for every person that wanted to be in the parade. So we opted to do a release waiver for the city. So the city is not held responsible.
were you able to find out if other cities are being asked the same thing?
I
mean,
haven't.
It just seems like
I-
overkill.
I haven't, but I will do more research. We're just kind of in a time crunch now since it's on the 13th of September.
I move passage of resolution 6997.
I'll second.
Roll call, please, Misty.
Clements,
Yes,
DeWater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
16 is a request from Public Works to repair zero turn in the amount of $4,254 without outdoor and more. That was something that needed to be done and was verbally pre-approved.
Motion to approve that expense.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 17, council to approve abatement of dead tree at 917 Fox Avenue. That storm was a doozy. It really upset the apple cart.
I drove by both of those properties today and would not disagree that those have to come down.
Is that your motion?
Yes,
Ms.
that's my
Ware?
motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 18, council to approve abatement of 2 dead trees at 836 Fox Avenue. Take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Council to reconsider minimum bid for 2012 Chevrolet Tahoe and setting date of bid opening.
Well,
We didn't get any bids on it previously, so we had it set at 7,500. So what we're asking, by receiving no bids, I would say that we were priced out. The used car market has come down some.
Yeah.
It's not as demanding as it was,
Post-COVID.
say, the past 4 years.
I actually like the idea of going real low and letting them bid it out, but
Well, you can do a motion to set a minimum.
I make a motion our minimum bid be $1,500.
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll bet we get some bids.
I bet
would
we
hope
do
so.
too. And setting the date of bid opening to be at the next meeting, which is on the 16th of September. I should
That
include
That
allows
sounds
us
good.
enough time to post it, to
Yes,
publish, I mean.
yeah, well, we don't publish it. We post it on Facebook, we post it on our website, and we post it at City Hall in the foyer.
Okay.
So how'd this come about?
What? It was part of the, to approve. Sorry about that. So, would you mind doing the motion again, Sandy? Or, I'm sorry,
Dick
Dick.
did.
Dick did, you seconded it. Would you mind doing the motion again? And then the bid opening would be on September 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion that the minimum bid be 1,500.
And then the date of the bid opening would be September 16th
Okay.
at our next meeting.
All right.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Yep.
And I will second that again.
Sorry about that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 20, council to consider an ordinance requiring people carrying loads of various sorts to be tarped.
And that's what I was asking, how'd this come about?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So, last week, we had, I think it was 6 windows?
Yeah, 6 or 8.
Six windows that literally fell out of a vehicle onto West Gilbert. Chris had received the call like in the middle of the night. I believe an officer did go out there and move the glass away so someone wasn't, running across the glass. And then our street crew had to go pick it up off the side of the road. I believe the police officer also assisted in moving it up to the easement. So then our street crew was out there first thing in the morning to take the debris away. But we have had a lot this year, more than usual. You can't really count because, with the wind and stuff, the trees and the pieces of branches along the way. I've actually physically myself picked up a tailpipe that was in the road. There's been iron scraps in the road. And it was a resident that called me and asked me if council would consider that. I didn't actually have an opportunity to talk to Chief Dean if that would be a nightmare for the police department to oversee.
So a trip to the tree dump would require a tarp?
Yeah, it would.
Well, this is various sorts.
If you were going to the dump, it would have to be covered. If you're hauling stuff that could possibly come out of the back of your vehicle, it would have to be tarped.
I think it's a good idea, to be honest. I'm not a voter, but, in this forum, but I'm just asking people to be responsible with their loads. I don't think that's too much to ask.
No.
Would it necessarily,
Enforced though is, one of you guys pulling up behind somebody and the person that's gonna drop 6 windows and not bat an eye.
Yeah, when I saw those windows, on the side of the road, I could not believe that. And so somebody just left it. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to believe they didn't know that happened.
Right.
They probably did.
Yeah,
Just pushed them out when it was dark, and
right.
I see it all the time around illegal dumping is what they call it.
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
Would
Yeah, I
it
don't-
necessarily have to be tarped? What about strapped or secured in place of an actual tarp?
I mean, that's certainly for you guys to mull over.
Yeah, and we're not approving anything tonight, just so you know. This would actually have to be an ordinance. So, I just kind of wanted to get some feedback, secured.
I'm pretty sure Warloo has an ordinance that, because I remember several years ago it being quite a controversy, because people going to the landfill, the county landfill,
Right.
a lot of them were being irresponsible, and the homeowners along that road raised a ruckus.
Right.
And I
And I
That was gonna
think-
be my question, do any other cities have a similar?
I think Black Hawk County did. Well, you can't go to,
I know the landfill enforces that.
right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it
Although
is.
I've had my own experiences with how things have been handled at the landfill. I had a mesh tarp that I used for a long period of time, never had a problem. It probably didn't cover the back half of about 1.5 feet of my load. Never got a question over it. Then one day I come in there and they tell me I'm not tarped because of that. So, is it up for interpretation to some degree? Maybe,
Yeah, it's like an extra $9 or something.
Right.
I've got caught the same way.
right?
If you see 10 tons of you-know-what in a 5-ton truck just driving around and it looks like it might be precarious and dangerous, do you pull them over anyway?
It's more of a commercial officer's realm, as far as weight limits and stuff like that.
What about like pickup like mine, like just some average Joe that's running around scrapping, got antennas sticking out? I mean, do you
Yeah,
ever mess with them guys?
if we see something that looks hazardous, we certainly can stop them and have a talk with them. I've stopped people, you might have seen people from time to time who, their cars are just filled, there's just enough room for them to get in their car is just filled with stuff. That is a hazard.
Right.
And I've stopped people for that.
Well, I'm more referring to like
I
the
understand.
junkers
Yep,
and
I
the people that
understand.
have the 20-foot trailers that don't have sides and,
Yep.
Stuff's just all over the
All over
place.
the
I mean,
place.
are they getting already pulled over and harassed because of that? To where an ordinance wasn't gonna do anything anyway? Just wondering if it's a waste of time.
I wouldn't say it's probably on a priority, high priority for most officers, but, I mean, we're out there looking for
Okay.
hazards, so it's on the radar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a camera at the dump site now?
We do.
Cause the other day when I went down for leaves and grass, there was bags mixed in with the grass, and I didn't think you're supposed to do that when you dump down there. I wonder,
No, you're not,
are we
unless,
catching anybody that's illegal?
Unless they're paper.
yeah, if they're paper, if they're biodegradable.
4 feet tall bag,
The brown bag, I don't know.
yeah.
Are they allowed the brown bags or not?
Biodegradable ones, they are, yeah. Just not lawn bags.
What about strapped in, tied in like a lawnmower in your vehicle? If you tarp it and everything, that'd be kind of an overkill when it's all tied in and strapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be up to the council to decide what
Yeah, I just-
parameters have to be set, I guess.
To me, it just seems like there's too many,
You ain't gonna blow on it.
Variables.
just like that variable. I mean,
Variables, yeah.
who's to say what needs to be tarped and strapped and? it's
Yeah,
just
I
tricky to
guess I didn't know
put
we
thumb
had
on
a
it.
problem. Other than these 6 windows that were probably dumped.
Yeah.
But I do see a lot of, branches and leaves and
Sure.
stuff on Gilbert, for sure, from,
Yeah,
And I think some of it might be, somebody sees one blow off and they say,
Yeah.
oh, screw it, but I think that's probably innocent for the most part.
Oh,
yeah, I do believe that as well.
If we enact something like this, I feel like I'd be more comfortable with just changing the wording, securing your load as opposed to tarping it. I mean, it almost seems, obvious that you would secure, whether it's a lawnmower or an abundance of tree limbs, something like that. I mean, anybody can throw a couple cinch straps in their truck and they'd be covered.
Yeah, and we'd be happy. This was kind of something that came in last minute.
Sure.
I didn't have time to research it. You know, we'd be happy to research it a little bit, check some other cities and see what, if any of them have had to go to this extent.
Yeah, I don't think it's as easy as just that, simple of wording, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because it's too much room for interpretation.
Right.
You might think that it needs, these strong ratchet straps, and I might just think bungee cords are good enough. So there's too much room for interpretation. I really think you might wanna, if you're gonna go down that path, maybe look and see what other cities have done and.
Okay.
No, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, and this was just for consideration. This was just a discussion tonight to see if you even had the appetite to move forward with it. We'll do some more research and bring that back to you guys. 21 ordinance 709, amending mayor compensation, and that is in its third reading.
Move passage of ordinance 709.
Second it.
Misty, roll call?
Clements,
Yes.
DeWater,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Weir.
Yes.
Mayor and council reports. The only thing I wanted to bring up again is Evansdale Days, and that is our fall kickoff, and that's going to be on September 13th. The parade will start at 10 o'clock. It'll start at Central and Evans, go from Evans to Lafayette, Lafayette to River Forest, and River Forest to Central. And then we'll have kiddo games. This is going to be our first annual tug of war, if anyone would like to sign up for that. And then our first annual wife carry, if anyone would like to sign up for that. That's going to be over a mud pit, both of them, and it should be quite fun to watch if anyone is strong and courageous and wants to enter for that. We will have inflatables for the kids, face painting, music. We're going to have probably about 7 hours of live music, being DJ and 2 bands. So it should be a good, great time. Come out, celebrate the city. I don't have anything else. Council?
Have we heard anything recently from the engineer, mechanical engineer?
Actually, he did email me.
Okay.
He emailed me, I think, last week, or it was this week and a half before. It was funny because Misty had talked to me about it that morning, and he said they had some technical issues with their software.
Oh, sure.
That's what he said. And he reached out to me. I had reached
No, I
out to
know.
him before.
I've used that one myself.
Oh, okay. So it was more for energy purposes,
Yeah.
to see, how we are going to fare. I do want to let you know that our water bill was what, 2,000 something?
Wow.
Over 2,000 for the CRC this month. That's why we're looking into this. So, yeah. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So, before we do that, I just had a reminder that also on the 13th
Yes.
is Prince of Peace Lutheran Church's famous annual car show and craft sale and beef and noodle dinner. And the proceeds go to Love Inc. in the Cedar Valley.
And one more thing to add to that, because she brought that up. Lafayette is supposed to be done by then. They're supposed to be doing the final layer. That's going to be on the 9th, right? The 9th and 10th, which is a Tuesday and a Wednesday. I would like to say, we've sent out letters to all the residents. I would like to say, please don't drive on it if at all possible. The final layer is the most important layer of the whole project. And that's why we waited until the end to do the whole strip at the same time. So it'll be, I don't know if it's gonna be north or south first. It's gonna be one layer in one day, and then they'll come back and do the other layer the second day. So if you can avoid traveling on Lafayette the 9th and 10th of September, we would all appreciate it. That is weather permitting.
Mayor, when were they supposed to have Lafayette done? I thought there was a drop dead date or something.
We didn't have the 28th, I believe. We're still not into overage on the project, just because we've had some issues come up that has set us back set the project back. One of them being internet underneath and one of them being gas. So,
And the lovely weather.
in the lovely weather.
I
Take a
move-
motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Well, Evansdale's gonna be